Joel.
Yes, right.
It's a dirty world.
It is. Somebody's got to clean it.
We were talking about bugs, critters, and everything that crawls and creeps,
Yes.
and where that line is again. We have Dara with us again. Dara, thank you for joining us. And there is a service that's like right on that edge of it'll manage pests, but it's really intended to
Be a cleaning solution to prevent pests from entering your facility.
Okay, so explain that. And again, this is for our listeners, the cleaning company owner. They might not have the experience that they really need to tackle a job. What is the problem and what are you doing about it as the cleaning professional?
As the cleaning professional, there's a lot of floor drains, or there's even drains that in restrooms, in food service areas that get pulled off. So you end up with a lot of organic material that goes down these drains. And if you've ever popped off a floor drain cover and stick your finger down inside it,
Yeah, I'm not likely to do that.
it's like a nice sludgy mix of whatever.
Dark chocolate fudge?
Yeah, that's about the right color. Exactly. And it's gooey and sticky, and it's the perfect environment for all kinds of critters to want to feast and feed and
breed. Yeah.
So we have a service that actually treats that because it's organic material and it's using an enzyme cleaner, and they have to be used properly.
Okay, now wait a minute. You're not allowed to do pest management.
It's not pest management. I'm attacking the organic materials to remove it.
So
cleaning.
Okay. So you're well within your bounds at that point.
Correct. Because we're trying to remove the item. It would be like a banana peel.
Okay.
We're trying to remove the banana peel, which happens to be the sludge that's in a floor drain.
Okay, so at that point, it is still technically cleaning.
Yes.
And there's a charge for that service, whatever that charge is. And again, we're talking to our small cleaning company owner or a team inside of a larger facility here.
Or even the customer itself, because a lot of customers look at it as, oh, it's just a waste of money because it gets treated and I really don't see it because it's below the surface. I can't see it. How do I know you're really doing it?
Nope. So it's a waste of money.
It's a waste of money.
It's a waste of money until
it's not, because now you have an infestation of drain flies, fruit flies,
yeah.
Maybe even millipedes and centipedes, that'll carry you away.
Dara, it has been my experience that customers often don't see the value in a service until their hair is on fire.
Yeah. And our team over at Ladybugs All Pest Solutions, we are trying to educate people on why it's so much better to prevent and treat preventatively than it is to treat infestations. So to circle back to Joel's example here, at pest control, we're trying to get directly to the banana. We are trying to find, by using the identification of what we're finding, whether it's a fruit fly, a phorid fly, whatever it might be, we understand what it is we're looking for and what the sources could be. Mm-hmm. For example, phorid fly, it comes from something that's either dead and rotting. That could be a bird in the rafters. That could be mice or rats that are behind walls. It could be wildlife that's trapped somewhere that you don't know, other than it's,
So that's a secondary problem. So that
is, but the science behind the fly identification, or in another instance, they're also known as crypt flies because they are attracted to dead and rotting things.
Sure.
But it also is a sign that there's a problem with the sewer line. So for what Joel was explaining, that when you take a cap off, if phorid flies come out of there, it likely means that the sewer line is cracked somewhere and that there's a problem that you can't see. And the only identifying factor that you have are these flies with no other source.
So it seems to me, too, that in the course of you performing your professional pest management service, you're uncovering a potentially hugely expensive problem. We might be in the beginning stages.
Right.
But other remediation, if this were not found, could be massive.
It could be. The science behind what it is that you're seeing in pests. Fruit flies could be dirty drains. It could be something rotting. Phorid flies could be something dead is rotting, mm-hmm. or something from the sewer is a problem.
Okay.
Understanding where rodents are going to be attracted to your pantry and their travel patterns and what to put out to capture them. That's all the science behind what we do. And part of the reason that our technicians are so highly trained is to be able to provide these inspections and give fantastic advice and guidance the business owners.
One of the things that we had touched on briefly just before we got started was the importance of exterior treatments, especially in the warmer months, but really any time of year. The importance of those treatments and how they can keep a owner's staff and the business open. Could you elaborate on that just a little bit, please?
Yes. When the temperatures break, it's the appropriate time to start treating the exterior of the properties. We have a very intricate plan for treatments of the exterior so that it prevents nesting of insects, so that your employees don't come in one day and there's 6 nests at the front entrance so they can't get in.
And in particular, something stinging.
Something stinging, something someone might be allergic to, something someone has a fear of.
So the cost of the service pales by comparison to an entire staff's lost workday.
Correct.
Work days.
Plus lost revenue. Absolutely. And it's much easier to treat it preventatively so that nests don't occur, rather than, you get the call that there's 6 nests and, our guys have to go with ladders and start suiting up and do multiple treatments.
Sure.
You can never predict when and where a nest is going to happen or an infestation. But if you treat it appropriately and prevent, the likelihood of you having a problem is minimal.
Joel, I think we're back to talking about value again.
Without a doubt.
It's a full circle, isn't it?
It is. For our cleaning company owners, and really for anyone owning a commercial property, operating a business with staff, contact Joel, contact Dara, and stay safe. Thanks, folks.
Bye for now.
Thank you. You're welcome.